Good, I'm doing good. We are trying something a little different today. We are actually doing some social distancing unboxing.
Yeah.
Think this is a good thing, Bob?
Hey, usually we do unboxings. I'm actually physically with you,
Yeah, we're hanging.
so yeah, this is a little bit different. We're separated. We're in our own socially distanced, quarantined areas. So this is something new. Doing an unboxing, a distant unboxing or a virtual unboxing. So I
Yeah,
don't get to touch any components, but I'll act like I'm touching things. So
yeah. Just reach out and
just reach.
wiggle your fingers
Yeah,
toward.
you hold things up to the
Yeah,
screen, and I'll
yeah.
pretend like I'm grabbing them. That'd be really cool if I actually had a box here myself, and you did that, and I was like, "Oh, I got it."
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, right.
I like the texture of this.
Oh man.
So yeah, some distancing unboxing. We're going to try this out. We're trying our brand new Restream account out for One Board Family. So we're going to check out how this works and how well it works for you, the viewer, on the back end of this. So if you have any questions, we are actually going to be unboxing the game Prisma Arena. This is from Hub Games. This is a game that actually came in this past week, and we did not know that it was coming. I opened it up. I was like, whoa, this looks really cool. So, Prisma Arena, I actually got a chance to play it virtually with Roy O'Connor, one of the two designers. I played it this morning on Tabletopia. So, and had a really good time. He kind of taught me the ropes of how to play. I ended up beating him, which surprised me because I was doing very poorly in the beginning. So, but it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time. So Prisma Arena, I'm going to kind of tell you a little about this. This is like if you think of a laser tag arena, that's kind of what I get the feel of. It does look. It gives you the feel of adrenaline. Do you know the game Adrenaline? That I forget who Adrenaline's by, but
It's CGE. It's
yeah,
CGE.
yeah.
So that was initially when you started talking about Prisma Arena, because I don't know much about the game except for what you've told me. So when you initially started talking about that, I was like, man, that sounds a lot like Prisma or like Adrenaline from
Yeah,
CGE.
yeah,
Yeah, but there's one key thing that you mentioned that Adrenaline does not do,
yeah,
and which I find very interesting, is you said that in Prisma Arena, your characters actually level up, which
yeah.
sounds really cool.
That is the coolest part about this, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this open, and we're going to take a look at the components. And I'll give you a little insight into what I know about the game, having only played once virtually. Hey, what's up, Chad? What's up, Tony? Let's go ahead and I'll show you what I'm seeing here. So this is the box. It's got a lot of nice color on it. Let's see what is inside. You've got a pretty thick size booklet right here. So some nice little illustrations. So what's interesting about this, you may have noticed it in on the front cover, Bob. So
Yeah.
this right here, you've got this fighter, and I guess it's weird because they're not really fighters because it's almost like you're training. You're training for this big thing that's going to happen. So you're training against other people who are friendly competitors. But
Okay.
these are representations of your emotions, which are pretty cool. So that's a pretty neat little. It's almost. Do you remember the Disney movie Inside Out?
Yes, I do remember the Pixar movie Inside Out, but I did not actually watch it.
Yeah, so it was almost like the emotions were personified. So what's
Okay.
cool about it is those are your emotions personified, and so it I think it's a good jumping off point for families to kind of have some conversations. So this is the Mokon guide. This right here, these are the different Mokons. So yeah, these one of the things Roy O'Connor shared with me while we were playing is the names of these Mokon are actually, I believe, the Scottish. I believe he said it was the Scottish word for each of these emotions. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's
All
pretty
right.
cool. So yep. But yeah, so the Fard right here, this one right here causes you to lash out. This one, the Enu, causes you to lose focus. So it's pretty cool. There's some neat. I played when I played. I played. Who did I play as? Uh, I can't remember. Oh, I had the Grava right here. Loves to hug people, so that's an interesting one. And then the Donna right here encourages. So those
Nice.
were my two sidekicks. But anyway, okay, cool. Let's get into the pieces.
Yeah.
So this board is
Is that
huge.
a modular board? Oh no. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a big board that has this gap in the middle. So you've got two sides. Let's show you this side first. So this first side is for two-player games. So you've got a space right here where you actually set up your characters. That's a starting gate. And then you've got a space up here, which is another starting gate. So when you're playing two players head to head, you're starting on both sides of the arena. Okay.
Okay.
Then this one right here is actually for the 3 to 4 player. So you actually start on these side gates right here. See?
Okay.
Okay. So it kind of evens out and kind of gets you into the combat, into the middle of the arena a little quicker. And it's also cool because instead of having two of the Mokon, you actually have one. So you have one ally in a 3 to 4 person game. This is the basic. This is the basic side. This
Okay.
snaps into the middle, and
Yeah.
this one right here is actually like a leveled up version of it. I believe you play this one. You play this side of it. It's got this Prisma deal in the middle that's kind of radiating outward, and
Yeah.
so you play this one in future levels when you're kind of leveled up a level.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice.
What's cool about the arena is that you have these little polyominoes.
Oh, it's polyominoes. You
And
got
so,
me.
yeah, so these are actually barriers and stuff. So if you think about like
You know how much I love polyominoes.
oh yeah, polyominoes are
And
fantastic. So this right here, you actually set up, each player actually adds some of these barricades to the arena when you
okay.
set up the game. So these are going to be little places that you can hide behind, little places that you can kind of duck behind to get out of people's line of sight and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. These right here are your basic, I guess your action cards right here, action dials.
Okay.
So that's basically your fighter is ready, and then what you're going to do is when you want to deal a blast damage, you're actually going to spin this up and point the blast damage up, showing that that character is doing blast damage. And then this one is a strike right here, which is just hand-to-hand combat, and then this one is actually your movement one.
Okay.
Yep. You may see these right here, these little like hubs that come off of here.
Yeah.
Right. That is really cool. That's something that was really impressive. You actually have cards, and I'll get to the rest of these in just a minute.
A lot in there.
There's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah.
So let's look at the cards. I'll show you what those little hubs do. This was really impressive. You can actually combo, okay, using these different things. So let's say you did blast damage to somebody. You've got this little icon right there, the little circle icon right there.
Yep.
You can actually sprint. See how it lines up right there?
Oh yeah.
So you can actually sprint after doing blast damage if you have this card in your hand. But then it also leads to the fact that you can actually do you can actually do another type of movement or another type of action. I think that's the strike, I believe, strike symbol. So, yep, there it is. So you can actually come back in and do a strike. So if you have some crazy combos in your hand, you can actually do some pretty sweet moves.
Wow.
So yeah, that was really
that piece like a controller basically.
Well, that's what it looks like, because if you look, I mean, it's kind of got some symbology that video gamers would
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So, but you have all these different cards that tell you what you can do. So I think this is probably this one right here. So this direct strike right here.
Yeah.
That right there, that's a terminating card. So that stops. Okay. So this one too. So the diving blast, you can't add a combo below diving blast, because there's nothing to add to.
Okay.
So yeah, so you could play a sprint, and then you could play a diving blast below it, and then that would end your combo. There's no
Okay.
way to go further than that. So the combo system is really cool, but you're only going to be able to hold 4 cards. So you've got to kind of plan well,
And
So
I'm assuming it's individualized movement along that grid board, correct?
yeah, so each player, each fighter actually gets their certain number of movement. I believe
Okay.
the basic, let's see, these are your basic fighters. So these are your fighters right here. So you've got movement of 4 if you look 0 to 4. You've got a strike of 3, and then you have a basically hit points of 6.
Okay.
Okay. So you can only take 6 damage, and up at the top, you can see that you've got little spaces. That's kind of like a health bar right there. So,
Okay.
yep. And so what's cool about that is you've got these. Let me see the punch board again. Yep. So you've got a couple different things on this punch board. These are your damage trackers right here. So the purple player is going to have these, and so if the purple player hits you, they would put these little pieces on there like that. So until you reach 6. Okay. And then each of the
So that's a
allies.
little like adrenaline as well.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
So this is, let's say, this is Sunna the Happy. Okay, so this one right here, 4 health right here. Okay, and then it's got this cool little character on the back.
Do each of the different are they called Mokons?
Mokons, yeah.
Do each of the different Mokons have different health levels on them?
I think they're all 4, I believe.
All 4? Okay.
I believe they're all 4, but they all have different abilities. So,
Well, yeah, I was assuming they all had persistent or asymmetric abilities. I just didn't know if maybe there were some stronger characters with some extra health for an advanced. But they can. You said they can level up as well. Can your health level up?
Yeah, so your character levels up. Let me show you what the leveling up looks like. So let's see. First of all, you've got bags to put all your components in. So each player gets their own little bag. So you can play up to 4 players. You put your name on the outside of the bag. You store all your stuff in it. That's really cool themed bags. They're little plastic bags.
Yeah.
But really well made.
Nice.
So those are nice. This is what I like, and I feel like is the coolest part, the leveling up. So these are your characters. These are your different characters, and you'll notice, man, they've got some really cool, diverse characters. So you've got these. It looks like these 3 kids and a robot. You've got this kid right here who has apparently has lost their hand in some accident, I guess. But I mean, it's really cool. Like the different characters that you see here. And then this right here is a sticker sheet. Okay, there's a sticker sheet for each character, and this is where the leveling up stuff comes from. First of all, you can give them whatever style you want. You want your kid to have cornrows? Awesome. There we go. You want them to have different hand motions? Awesome. Put stick the hands on there. It feels like color form.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask. I was like, is this a legacy game or are those easily removable?
So it seems like they're easily removable. They feel like color form stickers.
Okay, so it's like a vinyl.
Exactly. That's exactly right. But these are the different levels. So level 1, Prisma level 1, is going to give you this outfit. It's a basic outfit. Prisma level 2, you look almost like a monk type of outfit. Prisma level 3, this one's pretty cool. That one gives you a helmet, like a battle helmet and some armor. And then Prisma level 4, you look like a freaking mech. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm digging it. So you've got different hairstyles. So maybe you don't want to put the helmet on. Maybe you want to just leave the hair going crazy. Do it. And so each one has their own sticker sheet, which is pretty rad. There's the robot. The robot has different emotions that it can show.
Very nice.
I'm pretty impressed with this stuff. So and so they're all cardboard standees. I talked to Rory a little when we played. Rory was telling me about the fact that they wanted to keep the cost of the game down so that it was accessible to people who may not have the finances to do something with minis and snap-on stuff. Because really, you could see, miniatures and snap-on pieces. This game could be $100 game.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
easily. So initially, without knowing anything about it, the way you were describing it, I assumed that there were miniatures. But then when I saw the art, I was like, okay, this has probably been geared down to be family accessible,
Mhm.
to be more gateway and more, like I said, you said easily accessible, especially monetarily. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, this could have been full of miniatures
Oh,
with just
absolutely.
like the Tiny Epic series, where you can snap on different helmets and
Yeah.
different weapons and things, costumes or uniforms and things of that nature. So, but that's a very interesting way to do that. To have the cardboard standees with vinyl color forms.
One of the things that Rory, I'm actually going to tip my camera up a little to kind of show you this. So one of the things that Rory talked about was the leveling up system on the back of your card. So you've got hero name, player name, you name your own character, you've got your little player card, but on the back of your card you actually have this leveling up system. Okay, so when you do all your leveling up, you're actually going to record it on the back of your card. So this right here shows, hey, I've played with this character right here. I've played with this character, this character. You can't level up in that area until you have these 4 different Prisma levels. You can't level up in that area until you go through and play with the different Mokon.
So it does have a bit of a legacy feel to it.
It does, because you're recording
Because you're recording,
yeah,
you're constantly coming back to the game and recording the level of the character that you've played previously, like
correct.
on your card. So if you get him to level 2 today and you decide to stop, you come back with that card and you can get him to level 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
he mentioned that you're not going to get a new level. You're not going to get to level 1 until you play 3 games.
Oh
And I
wow.
think that's good, because when you play those 3 games, you're going to see some progress, but you're not going to be there yet. You know, you're
Okay.
not going to
Yeah, yeah.
have. But once you get to level 3, it's almost like, oh, this is cool. I get to put some new stickers on my person. I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
be able to put some armor on them, and now I want to play again. You
Okay.
know.
So it does have that slight legacy feel to it. It's a continuation. It keeps you coming back and longing to get that character to a specific level. So
Correct.
instead of just leveling him up to, oh, he's level 4 in one game. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're not going to plow through. Here is another thing that I forgot to show. These are your lockers. So your player lockers right here. Okay. The player lockers actually hold all of your stuff that you've earned. So when I'm 2 levels in, 2 Prisma levels in, I'm going to be able to stick all my stickers in here and hold on to them.
I
And
was
so,
just gonna ask, can I
yeah,
stick the color form stickers in there like it's an actual locker and they
yeah,
stay?
yeah, yeah. So
That's
you've
really
got them put
cool.
in there, and then
That's really cool.
I'm coming back in. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to swap out that belt. I'm going to put that belt on. I'm going
Okay.
to take off that piece. I'm going to
That's
change out
thematic.
the case.
That's thematic.
So it's real cool. I'm digging it. So these are Prisma cards. I won't end up opening these up, but each time you get a Prisma level, you're actually going to get access to these cards. This one would you can now blast with a force of +1, so your blast is going to become more powerful, and
Mm.
so you're going to be able to choose what Prisma ability you get at the beginning of your next game, I believe.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so that's Prisma Arena. I played digitally. I was real impressed with it. I really dug it. It feels like this cat and mouse type game where kind of like chess, where you're just trying to get the slight edge. You know, Santorini,
Yeah.
how in Santorini it's never that you just blow a person out of the water and it's like, oh, it wasn't even close. I couldn't even build a single thing.
Yeah,
It's
you're always like
always,
1 or 2 steps away, 1 or 2 moves
yeah,
away from being
yeah.
the victor. Yeah.
It's those corners, those angles. It's getting in there and making sure that you just out of line of their blast or whatever. That's what this felt like,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty excited about checking this out with the family.
So
So
when does this actually come out? Is this available now
I
or
believe this is available now. They've been doing demos for virtual UK games.
UK Expo? Yeah, that's going on this weekend. Yep.
Yep. and so they've been doing Tabletopia demos.
Okay.
I woke up this morning and saw it on Twitter and jumped into a game with Rory O'Connor, one of the creators, and had a really great time. Like,
do you know the price point?
It is price point is $40.
40.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So I think for what you're getting and the fact that you're not going to just sit down and play this game once or twice,
Yes.
you're going to want to play and continue to level up your character, continue to fill out your locker.
It's something you're going to plan out. So there's going to be big revisits, a lot of replayability, because you're going to be working on something that you need to go step by step to get to a certain levels with your character, because you're not just going to want to play the character one time and just be done. Who wants to do that? I mean, I experienced that. You experienced that in playing video games. You know what I mean? Like, you don't start playing your character and just stop at level 1. No, you need to max that character out.
Man, I really dig it. I love these color forms. You've got, first of all, looking at this one, looks like Wolverine right there.
Nice.
Wolverine.
I like that hair.
Glasses. You got some glasses right there. You've got like a hood right here. Man, I'm really excited about this.
That's funnily enough. Is that a word? I just made that up. Funnily.
It's funneling, laughing at funnels.
So I'll have to check the captions later to see what it actually said on the screen for that. Funnily enough, that's one of my actual favorite parts playing a video game is the design. So when I play Sims or anything like that, I spend hours in there designing my character, putting new clothes on them, and
when Sims 4 came, it was the free game for PlayStation Plus. I think I played for probably 6 hours the first time, setting everything up. Went back to it one time and never played again. I was like,
wow,
that was done. So,
well, hey, you got 6 hours of designing everything, putting new clothes on your character and giving them roller skates. I don't know. You know?
Yeah. This is really cool. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to play. I'm really looking forward to it. Each player having a locker, putting your little name. The only thing I wish is that you had decals that you could put on here instead of writing on.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't like that or if I'm one of those people that I hate to. Oh, I wrote on it.
I know.
Never remove it. I can never change it. But
you could always print something out too. Because me personally, being the way that I am, I would not want to write on that either. I would.
So cool. So that was Prisma Arena unboxing, and give you a little insight into what the game is about. And so you'll see more coverage of this on oneboardfamily.com. That's where we're going to be posting some of this stuff, including a review when it is ready in a couple weeks. So Bob, hey, thanks for joining me for this unboxing. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
This was pretty good. It's better than me sitting in front of a camera and staring at the table.
And hanging out by yourself.
Hanging out by myself.
Yeah. All right, guys. So just make sure you check us out on all the social media platforms: Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all Instagram. Ryan, you run a really cool Instagram at One Board Family, and we will see you
at the table.